Hi everyone, this is Muhammad Uzair and you are watching Learn with Uzair. So in this video we are going to talk about Copilot Studio and explore not just a Copilot Studio, but also we are going to see how can we use and leverage the Azure AI Search knowledge within the Copilot Studio. So this video is going to be very interesting. And before jumping into the practical part, I just want to mention one thing that I have already uploaded a complete Copilot Studio video in which how can you create your first AI agent. Let me just show it to you guys. Alright, so here is the video which I have already uploaded. If you haven't watched this one, I will highly recommend this. You should go and first watch this video so you will be aware how the interface look like within the Copilot Studio, and you will be aware what are the components within the Copilot Studio when you're creating your AI agent. So and also, you get to know about creating your first AI agent, how you will be using the knowledge within the Copilot Studio agent. So it's an extensive video, so that would be much helpful for you guys if you haven't watched this. And if you know about the Copilot Studio and you know about the component within the Copilot Studio, then let's jump into the this one. And right now, we are going to create a knowledge assistant agent for basically HR in Copilot Studio that uses the and leverage the Azure AI search. So let's suppose a company wants to reduce the time employees spending searching for HR related information such as policies, leaves, guidelines. So we are going to create a bot so that time can be reduced for the employees, and these information basically is can be spread across SharePoint, PDF, external links, and documents, etc. So, uh, we are going to build knowledge assistant agent in Copilot Studio that uses Azure AI Search and to index semantically search across company HR documents. All right. So we are going to cover everything step by step. All right. So that would be a much easier for understanding. So the step one, we are going to create Azure AI search resource. Let's create that first. So in order to create that, I am going to go on Azure portal.azure.com. So we are using this, we are creating Azure AI search because to search the document using AI capabilities. So what basically Azure AI search is, Azure AI search is a cloud-based service for searching within your privately uh, inserted data which you have uploaded data, and it is combination of AI and like you can say JSON based indexes to provide fast and relevant search results. All right, so in order to create, I'll just search. All right, so I can see I have the Azure AI Foundry here. I just click on the Azure AI and Within here, I can see I do have the uses with AI Foundry. And within here, I can see I do have the AI search within here. And within AI search, I'm going to create my Azure AI search. So in order to do that, I'll just click on create. All right. So now I'll just keep the subscription as it is because I do have the subscription for creating the Azure AI service. If you don't, you need to contact with your admin side guy, so that will provide you with a subscription and then you will be able to use the resource. Uh, Subscription will provide you in order to create the resource group, and once the resource group is created, then you will be ready to go to create the Azure AI search. So I'll just keep the things as simple as that, but I'll just going to give the name of service, and I'm going to give the service name as leave search leaves, and I'll just give it a random name which I have previously stored with myself. So I'll just give it that, and in location I'm going to change according to my own need. So for now I'll just keep this as for, or I think I need to write it here. Now, so in my case I'm going to go with Southeast Asia, but it can be different for you. So that's pretty much it. And review and create. And in review and create, I'll just keep the things as as the things which it is. So I'll just click on create. All right. So it is basically creating my Azure AI search, and I guess it will be just, it is just right now it is validating, and once it is done then it will complete my deployment. Yeah, so it is starting the initializing the deployment. All right, so it is submitted and deployment in progress. So I'll just it won't take much, but we'll just wait for a while, and once the deployment is completed, then all right, so it is completed now. And within here I can see in the next step I do have go to resources. Then I will just click on here, and as you can see, that's my search service. I'm just going to copy this URL for myself, which I'm going to use later on. So I'll just copy that and keep it with myself. And then secondly, uh, I will just go on the search management, and I'm sorry, I'll just go on the setting, and here I will see the keys, and within here I'll just copy this my key with myself for a later use. So I'll just copy in my notepad. All right, so it is done. Now in the identify, I guess that will be in the setting, in the identity, I'm just going to turn off this status. I'll just give it a save, and that is just saying that enabling the system assigned managed entity. So that will be registered intra ID. I'm happy with that and all the information it is saying. Do you want to enable assigned managed entity? Yes, I want to do that. So all right. So that's our Azure AI search, which is configured. So our first step is completed. Now it's time to move on to second step, which is to create a storage account. So I'll just go on portal.azure.com, and from here I can see that I do have storage account here, but if I don't, I'll just search it from here as well. So I'll just click on here, and I'm just going to create a storage account. All right, so I'll just keep the things uh, which is previous by def keep the things which are by default selected, but I will give my storage account a name which I have kept with myself. I'll just paste it over here, and in the all right, so that's pretty much it. All right, so in preferred storage type, I'm just going to select the Azure Blob Storage and Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. All right, and my region is selected by default, so I'll just keep that with myself. I'm happy with the changes which is made, and keep the performance as standard. I'm happy to go with that. I'll just click on review and create. Alright, so once the validation is completed, so validation is in progress. Once it is done, I will just simply press on the create button, but once it is done, all right, so it is done now. Now I can just click on this create button, and it will just initialize my deployment. So once it is done initializing my deployment, then it will submit my deployment, and once it is submitted, then it will start like completing in progress to complete my deployment. All right, so we are submitting, and it is in progress. As you can see, once it is done, just take a few minutes to complete. Alright, so as you can see, our resource is here. Alright, so our deployment is completed. Now I'll just go to my resource and it will open up my storage account details. And on the overview, I can check out all my details regarding the storage account which I have created. So now what I will do that I will just go under my data storage, and here I do have a containers. So I'll just click on there, and within here I will create a new container. In order to do that, I will just click on add container, and I will just give my container a name. For now I'll just keep it as simple and give it a document. And once it is done, then I will click on create. So it is creating my storage container. And here we have, so document, I'll just click on that, my container. And here I can see I do have add directory and upload over here. So I will just simply upload, click on upload. And here you can see I have the pop-up which is asking me to upload my document. So I can simply upload my document over here. For now, I'll just click on browse for files and downloads, and here my files. So I have just selected my file document, and I'll just click on upload. And here it is. Our document has been uploaded. All right. So that is done. All right, so let's go to access control. And what I'm going to do over here, I'll just add a role assignment. All right, so in the role assignment, what I can see, I do have multiple job function roles, uh, and I can see multiple list of job function roles over here. From here, I will search out for one of the specific which I want to assign, which is I, I guess storage blob data reader. All right, so here it is, and I'm going to select this one and press on next. And here I'm going to add select the user, and I'm going to add member, and I'm going to enter my user account over here. So I'll just select my user account, simply user1. And let me just check what my user actually is, I guess. All right, let me just copy. Let me just paste from the document which I have. And once it is done, all right, so I have selected my user account. Now I'm going to just click on select. And once user is selected, now it's time to add the manage entity as well. So I'll just select manage entity, and from here I'll just click on select members, and from here I can see my ser- uh, search service. So I'm going to select my search service, and here it is. I'm going to select that, and once it is selected I will just click on the select button. All right, so my user and my entity both is selected, both is coming in this members grid. All right, so once this is completed, I will just click on simply uh, action is already completed, so not need to click on next. I'll just keep I just click on the review and assign. So once I'm here, I can just check my details. I'm happy with my all details. I'll just click on review and assign. So it is adding the role, adding role assignment, and once it is done, I am on my document which I have completed the role assignment, and that is how we have completed have we have configured the storage account and also added the document and required added the required role permission for it. So two of these steps are completed. Now it's time for the third step, which is create an Azure AI service and then deploy a model. So in order to do that, I'll just go on home, and over here I'll just write Azure OpenAI, or I can is I can't see over here, so it's better to write over here Azure OpenAI, and I'll just click on this service, and over here I can create my Azure AI. And in order to do that, I'll just click Azure, and what is recommended over here as well. As you can see, I do have multiple things over here. One is giving me the recommended Azure AI Foundry, and then second, which will be created on this interface on the portal one. So I'll just keep it simple for now. I'll just click on Azure OpenAI. I will select my resource, and from here I'll select my tire as a standard SO. I'll select the region which I was previously working with, so that is Southeast Asia, and I'll just give it a name of which I do have with me. I'll just paste over here. So it can be a random name for all of these. Azure AI Search as well, Azure Search Service which I have created before, storage name, and then the Azure Open AI name. So it can be anything you want, but for me I'll just keeping what I have kept with myself, so I'll just paste it over here. So once it is done, I'll just click on next. I am happy with the network changes. I want to keep that by default, so next, next, and I'm just going to just uh, on the review and submit. Once it is completely validated, I'm happy with this. I'll just click on create. So it is initializing my deployment and then it will submit my deployment. And once it is submitted, it will be in my deployment will be in progress. Alright, so deployment will be completed within few minutes. Alright, so I'll just click on go to resource. And from here, I will just go on the access control and add add role assignment. All right. So from here, just going to write one of my role which I'm going to give it to. So that is cognitive, I guess. Cognitive, right? Cognitive services and OpenAI user. All right. So that it is. I'm going to select this one and just press on next. Alright, so over here I can add the role assignment. So in order to do that, let me just add the member again. In order to do that, I'll just paste it over here. If I just copy and paste over here and just keep the simple and select. Alright, so my user is selected and then now I think it is wrong name. Let me just select it again. Alright, so that's a right one. Alright, select, and then once the user is selected, then I'm going to add manage entity as well. And for that manage entity, I'll just keep the things as simple as before. Going to select manage entities, search service, select this one. So I have keeps things repeating the things as I have done with my storage account as well. So once this is done, I'm going to uh, go with the assign review and assign, and I'm happy with my changes, so I'll just click on review and assign and adding role assignments. All right. So both of my roles, which I have assigned, has been added. So now in the overview in Azure OpenAI, now it's time to go to the Azure AI Foundry portal. So in order to do that, I'll just go on overview and click on go to Azure AI Foundry portal. And over here, you have landed on the Azure AI Foundry portal. Within here, I will just go on the deployments within the shared resources section. And over here, I can see a button of deploy model. And I will just click on here and I will click on deploy base model. All right, so here we do have multiple models within the Azure AI Foundry of total, I guess, 49, which is it is showing. So for me, I'm using as I'm using the document and I want to play around with text, so I'll just write text embedded one, and I guess th text embedding 3 large is fine for now, and I'll just click on confirm. So it show me the details of the model, and I'm happy with the changes, but let's select this one. All right, so it has a deployment type as well. Once one is global standard, and then we have a standard. I'll just keep it simple and give it a standard for now, and keep other things as by default, which is selected. And I will select on, let me just check on my resource deployment detail over here. Resource is location is perfectly fine, token capacity is fine, my AI resource is fine. All right, so I'm happy with these changes. I'll just click on deploy. All right, so as you can see, our model is now has been deployed, and it is showing the details, and we have completed our third step as well. So it is just showing the deployment details now. All right, so let's move to the step 4, which is create a vector index. All right, so in order to do that, I will go on my Azure portal, and over here I am going to go on my Azure AI Search service, which I have created. So it is giving me over here. I'll just select it from here. And over here, in the overview, I can see import data. So in order to vector the data, I will just cli click on this import data new. And from here, as you know, we have created a storage for our in which we have uploaded our document. So I will select this one, and from here we are going to select rag. So that is retrieval augmented generation. What basically it does, it simply uses the leverage. It basically leverages two things. One, our document which we have uploaded, and second, the LLM which it works play with. So leverages two of the things and make a strong response by using those of those two things. So using our data and leverages the LLM. So it brings a strength of both of these two things and bring out the best response according to our need. So I'll just click on drag. I will select my storage account, and for Rest of the thing I will just keep the things oh, all right. So I'm going to select my blob container on which I have uploaded my document. So I'll select that. So two of the things, storage account and the container. So that's two things. I'm going to click on next. All right. So in my vector your text, I'm going to select my OpenAI service which I have created, and the model I'm going to select which I have deployed in my Azure AI Foundry. And for the authentication type, I'll select the system assigned one, which I have enabled, the which was previously turned off as which status was off before, and we turned on the status on the I guess storage account while creating a storage account, so that leverages that system assigned entity. And I'm just going to select this one, and I acknowledge that connecting to Azure AI service will incur additional costs, so that's perfectly fine. Next. So right now I'm not using or I'm not playing with any of the images, so nothing to do with these two. I'll just go with the next. All right, so on here I think we keep the thing simple and we'll just go with the next over here. And once it is giving us the final detail, I'm happy with all the details over here. Yep. So I'm fine with this. Let's go with the create. And now our Azure AI search is creating the rack and our alright, so it is created successfully. And I just keep close now. All right. So now everything is configured within our Azure portal. Now it's time to create a Copilot uh, agent within Copilot Studio. So let's jump into Copilot Studio now. All right, over here I can create my agent from here as well. All right, so I think it is not uh, giving me the right environment. So I think I need to check. It is using the default one, which is fine. All right, so I'm happy with that. And let's create an agent. In order to do that, I will just go on a create, add agent, and now I'll just going to write some prompt and which I already have, so I'll just paste over here. I'll just uh, give it a read for you guys. So you are a knowledge assistant agent for HR who will answer questions related to the leaves and leave policies to the employees. So right now we are covering the leaves part, so that's perfectly fine. All right, so it has given the HR leave assistant. I can change my bot name according to my needs. So I'll just give the leave HR leave bot. All right, so it has the name has been given to the bot, so I'll just create a bot. So it is take a few minutes to create the bot, and once it is done, then we'll test the bot. Let me just check it from here because as I'm noticing, it is using my different account. So let me just quickly check what exactly account it is using to create the bot. All right, so there was a mistake within the selection of the environment. So previously it was working with the default one. I'll just changed my environment, and I've created the same bot using the same steps within this particular environment. So our bot is now ready to configure, and our bot is ready. Now as you can see, it has given me the message and the interface within the Copilot Studio regarding this bot creation. I have already discussed in my previous video as well, so I'm not going to go into detail of these. I'll just test my scenario for now, and I'm going to give one question: how many days of sick leaves can I avail? So right now, alright, so basically it is bringing us an answer which is perfectly fine, but is generated ge- as in from its own generic knowledge, not from any specific knowledge which from where we want to get answer from. All right. So in order to do that, once our Copilot Studio bot has been configured, now it's time to go for the step 6. Now we are going to add the Azure AI Search as a knowledge source. So in order to do that, that's the step 6. I'll go on the knowledge, add knowledge, and from here I can see I do have Azure AI Search. I'll just select the Azure AI Search. Your connection, which is pretty much required in order to use the Azure AI Search. So in order to do that, just create new connection. I'll just select the default one, I guess, which is perfectly fine. And here I want to give the detail which I have kept with myself. So I am going to paste the URL and the key which I have copy in the step 1. So I'll just copy the URL and then copy the key as well, and I'll just press on create. Alright, so our connection is there and it is available. It is showing us the available indexes, the reg which we had configured before. So I'll just select that and add to agent. Alright, so as you can see, our Azure AI Search service is added as an knowledge source to the agent, and it is in the ready state now. And we are going to ensure that the one of the option which is, I'll just go over here in the below, and I want to make sure that our web search is disabled. So it is disabled by default, so I'm happy with that. And now it's time to ask this question again. So I'll just give it a refresh to this part, and now I'm going to ask that question again. Now as you can see, it is not searching from somewhere else, but the knowledge which we have inserted, which we have added as an Azure AI search into our bot, so that is now get used, and from there it is the bot has actually generated its answer. So as you can see, it is referencing as well the document which we have uploaded. So our responses are coming from the Azure AI search. Now I'll just to make sure I'm going to ask one more question: how many days of annual leaves can I avail? So it is searching from my document and perfectly fine, and it is giving the actual responses from the particular document which we have uploaded in the Azure AI as in search. So that's pretty much it, which we have learned a lot in this video, in this session, and we have connect our agent to Azure AI Search as in knowledge, and then we have tested the agent based on that source as well. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, you have learned a lot in this video. So if you really enjoyed, so just give it a thumbs up, and if you have implemented this before, just give it just mention your own experience in the comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and just press on that red button and subscribe. So that's pretty much it. I will see you in the next one.